Nigga fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head,
man. We got organic on the line. Organic, what's good?
Shit, what up?
It was a lot of controversy, as you can see, involved in everything. Talk to me.
I don't know, man. I play the background, bro. You know, you never see me wrapped up in the drama or anything like that. I think I'm the king of the dot end. You know, the people we got on our team, we do everything legit and honest. You know what I mean? The integrity's there. So, you know, what happens elsewhere is what happens elsewhere. You know what I mean? Like, I can't really speak on that as far as everything, but, you know, I'm down to answer whatever questions y'all may have because I feel like a lot of people are getting stuff confused. A lot of King of the Dots names still getting thrown around with film on and et cetera. So, you know.
Well, the videos were removed, the battles, so they're saying it was King of the Dot. Is that true?
I didn't personally do that, but I mean, if they have stuff up there, there's constant ID programs that, you know, do stuff like that. And if they did, I know for a fact they did use King of the Dot footage and cut up everything, but personally, I'm not responsible for that, right?
Okay. Go ahead, Henny.
As far as Danny stating, you know, he wasn't paid for previous battles, could you shed some light on that?
Yeah, I'll shed light on that. To be honest with you, any dealing I had with Danny, he was contracted for work to be paid for coming up to Toronto. The dealings he had on the West Coast, first off, like, I'm not going to lie, it's almost lightweight disrespectful to be going around running and say that stuff because, A1, your issues are with Lush and Film On, not with King of the Dot. So airing out King of the Dot business, like, I'm not out here airing out, hey, I was getting Danny for the, you know what I mean? It's the respect process. But, in fact, Danny, when I went back and kind of looked at what people's payments were, he chose to not get paid as far as when he was dealing with Aspect One and chose to get a large guest list, which in return is ticket money. You know what I mean? You let 7 people in, that's 7 tickets. So that's what he wanted compensated for was with a guest list.
So he wanted 7 tickets for his pay?
As far as that's what what we have written down and everything, and as far as his dealings with Aspect One were, that's what that's what he pretty much wanted as compensation.
Oh, come on, man. All right.
Organic. Organic. I'm sorry. Wait. This is Wing. Okay, so is that in writing?
I mean, it's what's written on our Google Docs. It's pretty much, you know what I mean. Whenever we make an agreement with the battler, everything goes written down, you know, into a form where we can see what people are doing, what's left to be paid out, who's to pay, et cetera. You know what I mean? We have spreadsheets for all this stuff. You know what I mean? As far as our dealings with Danny, you guys got to remember, you know, everyone's like, 4 battles. Like, the first battle, nobody knew who Danny Myers was. You know what I mean? And I'm not discrediting him, but I'm just saying, you know, of course, when he battled Rum Nitty, people aren't going to pay for battle when people aren't bringing in revenue streams. It's a process of business. You know what I mean? Like, if you're bringing in money, then you deserve to be compensated for the money. But if you're not a name that's going to bring in revenue streams, you just don't get paid just because you rap, you know, like, and that's not me being a dick. That's just business, you know, in any sense of form. No one's going to invest if they're going to lose money or not make a return profit or see a window for profit. So, you know what I mean? Do I feel like Danny should have been compensated for the big K stuff? Of course, you know what I mean? But as far as what his dealings were with Aspect One, it's written down that he was compensated with a large guest list a lot bigger than what other people's had. You know what I mean? Obviously, you can't just let every battler bring 100 people in or else the event wouldn't make any money and we'd have no way to pay people. So, I mean, I don't know, like, again, like I said, I don't even want to speak on stuff like that because it's not, I never want to speak on what people are being compensated or anything. That does this culture no favor, having people all feel entitled based off what other people are getting or anything like that. They don't see the revenue streams. They don't see what those other people are doing for those numbers or whatever. So this myth gets built in their head and they think I'm entitled to this. This guy's getting this, I'm getting this, and then it's just a shitstorm, basically, you know what I mean, of a bunch of people feeling entitled, but not really understanding that, like, there's money behind this. Your number's got to be justified. If you can't justify bringing in a 1 to 3 return window profit for like, you know, a window for profit, then what justifies your numbers? You just don't put a number on your head because you feel you're worth that much. You have to actually be worth that much. You know what I mean?
So is it said that battle rap is now off of marketability more than rap?
Well, it's not off marketability, but I mean, if you want to get paid, you got to be able to, you know what I mean? Listen, bro, there's people out there that can rap amazingly. But if they're not going to bring in money, you can't expect people to just throw money at them because they can rap great. Hell, I can rap good too. No one's paying me money just to sit in my basement and rap. You know, but if you're doing something that's bringing in a company money, of course, you know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather gets paid big money because he brings in big money.
Damn. I mean,
it's just business, bro. Like, you got to look at it like, don't look at battle rap as like this thing. Look at it like any investor sitting down. Now, you're looking, the manager or the battler should be representing themselves as a person selling something. You want to convince the investor to spend that much money because they're going to bring you this much money back in return. You know what I mean? That's how business operates. No one's going to be like, invest money into me so you can lose possibly or just make even. That doesn't sound lucrative. Why do I want to take $4,000 of my money and putting into you without even knowing if I can make that $4,000 back or anything like that? That's stupid.
No, that's true. That's true.
You know, that's just business. And I feel like a lot of people lose the fact of business ethic when they get involved with this stuff because egos and misrepresentation and shit happens, self-entitlement, etc. And it's like, for people really got to understand the numbers behind battle rap and how the revenue streams, the access and stuff, and numbers get inflated. It's inflated and everything. It's insane, man. Like, trust me, the leagues aren't caking. The battlers are getting paid a lot more than the league owners and the people doing all the legwork to set up the events. You know what I mean? And that's a fact. That's why people can go in on Lush and et cetera. People don't know what it's like to be in Lush's position. You're in a position where everyone's eyes are on you. Your brand integrity relies on the public image. So when another company screws you over, et cetera, and you have all this pressure, you're going to act a certain way, especially when you don't know how to handle that pressure. Or, you know what I mean? So it's easy for people to criticize from the outside until you're in that position yourself. But, you know, that's the internet. That's what happens.
Well, hey, Organic, how do you know how much to even give somebody? What do you judge?
Don't really. I mean, you pretty much justify it on, you know, the response to the videos, et cetera, what they can do. And, I mean, you can look, you know what I mean? You can do stuff. And even in the sense of, like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? If this guy's only getting 120,000 views on a channel with 300,000 subscribers, what's he really bringing your company? What kind, like, you know what I mean? Are they bringing in a local draw? Are they bringing in an online presence? Is the brand representation you get for their name being associated with your event worth that dollar? You know what I mean? That's what you got to take into consideration. There's people like on the internet, everyone say, oh, Tycoon Tax, but Tycoon Tax brings out a lot of people in Toronto. Of course he's going to get put on. He's got a local draw. He's bringing people out to the events that are watching all these other people just based off the fact that he's battling. Other battlers are benefiting off the fact that Tycoon Tax on the card. There's other fans coming to the event to see him that are also going to see them as well. You know, so... online stuff, like, there's different ways to monitor all, you know what I mean? But I mean, I'm just not one to be sitting here and talking about people's personal numbers and stuff like that, because that's the number one rule of business that you don't break. You know what I mean? You don't expose stuff. If you're a contractor in any type of trade work or anything, say some guy came and did my kitchen in my house, you know what I mean, and he didn't do the good job, I'm not going to jump on Twitter and slander his company or anything like that. No, I'm probably going to contact a lawyer and go about it the proper business way to go about it. People always try to be businessmen and don't follow business regimens, and it's like it's hypocritical and it's almost funny to watch. People claim they're about their business and then make 30 first obvious mistakes of not to do's with business. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a funny world.
Okay. How do you feel about Lush's situation right now? Like, I mean, I haven't
really had a great talk with Lush yet. You know what I mean? I'm kind of letting for the everything to die down. Battle rap moves quick. You know what I mean? Everybody's jumping on him right now, but you know what I mean? Stuff will die down. I know Lush well enough to know that Lush has never had a bad intention for anybody. You know, his whole goal with this film on stuff was pretty much like, yo, if this takes off really well, I'm going to make it benefit King of the Dot. I'm going to make it benefit the rappers. And that's what he wanted to do. The thing is, you know what I mean? Lush got a big heart and sometimes promises stuff that he wants to make happen and he thinks he could make happen, but in the end it just doesn't. And that's just because that's the person he is. He's a good dude. And he really does want the best for everybody. You know what I mean? And when he lashes out, it's because he has all these good intentions and then people play him as like a bad person. It's like, you know, how else is he going to react? You know?
Okay.
Right.
Because everybody knows Lush has been around for long enough to know that Lush ain't here to rob somebody. Lush ain't here to screw you over so you got no money to pay rent or anything like that. Lush is that dude that when he's doing all right and shit like that, like you can call him like, yo, I need help to pay. He'll help you out. He's that kind of guy. You know what I mean? So everyone painting him as this villain and shit, it's whack, but I understand, you know what I mean? He didn't do things properly, and those are the repercussions he's going to have to suffer due to his actions and stuff like that. But he learns from everything. Battle rap is a growing movement. Everyone's still learning. We all still adjusting to how to deal with certain things. None of us started off being businessmen. It's not like we all went to school, got business degrees, and started this thing like, you know what, I'm going to jump in the battle rap business. You know, it didn't work out like that. We're kids that were passionate about something, started this shit as a hobby, something to kill time, do with our friends, create a culture, create a scene, and it spawned into a business. So as you try to make those adjustments, it's really hard because at the same time, you got to keep the wheels moving on your company as well. You got to keep providing content while learning how to run the business, learning how to structure it, micromanage, delegate, deal with all the finances, taxes, everything from, you know what I mean, and dealing with the inner drama that you have with the rappers and everything that comes along with it. It's not no regular easy day job. I'm not running a dairy milk store where I just restock the shelves and, you know, wait for the customers to come in. I wish, you know. It ain't like that. We don't get days off. League owners, everyone working, avocados, J-Pros, King Flies, there's no days off on our end. You know what I mean? We don't get to decide that, yo, I'm not battling for 3 months. I'm going to take a break. That don't work on our end. It's consistent every day. You know?
Definitely.
You take a day off and you're giving other people a layup.
Really? Right. Talk about it, man. Hey, we doing that right now. But I mean, organic. I mean, I know one thing. I've been following King of the Dot from the door when y'all had Jack shit and everybody, Kid Twist, Aftershock, like from day one when you battled disaster and all that. So it's like it's real crazy. You see, like not crazy, but you grew a whole lot from then. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, how do you feel about all that? I mean, I know you're proud, but did you ever imagine that would happen from the door?
I don't think I ever imagined it, but you take it as it comes, man. I'm one of those people, like, I don't really soak in the moment. I just really try to look forward because I feel like people that soak in the moment get caught up in it. You know what I mean? I'm one of these people that's like, yo, cool, we got something going. How can we make this better? Not like, yo, this is sick right now. Look around. Take a good look at this. Take this in. Like, you know, that's something I'll do when I'm older and look back at it, you know. Battle rap is crazy, man. It's a good, like, that's the thing. I don't understand why there's so much negativity in the scene because this is something we're all passionate about. None of us have to be involved in battle rap. We choose to. It's fun for us. So when you go online and you feel the negativity, it's like, man, this shit ain't even fun no more. Like, people soaking the fun out of it. Like, you getting criticized based on who you like. You like this guy, you based upon this, or because this guy said this guy sucks and everyone thinks he sucks. Like that stuff's just, that's what I don't like about the scene, the negativity, you know. But other than that, man, I'm happy, I'm proud, you know. I got an amazing team. I think everybody on my team really does hard work, from Bishop, Gully, Avi, you know, everyone, the Sparker, Sketch, J-Pro, Avo, you know, everybody kills it, you know, King Fly. So it's we got a good thing going over at King of the Dot, man.
Okay. Hey, man, I hate to ask this question, but I have to, bro. Is the whole math situation straight? Is the lawsuit still going on? What's up with that? We see y'all going back and forth on Twitter.
Math has always been a good dude in my eyes. You know what I mean? I've never had no personal hostility against Math. That's what I was saying before. The difference between business and emotion and everything. And you know, when you run a business and stuff, business happens. You can't catch emotions over stuff like that. You know, me and Matt have talked, you know, enemies and like that. I got a lot of respect for Matt. I've always had a lot of respect for Matt. When you hang out with Matt, he's a cool dude. You know what I mean? He's a cool guy to talk to, everything like that. You know, I've never had no issues with him personally. What happened, you know. It's unfortunate. I wish I could go back and erase that day and wish that stuff never happened. So, you know what I mean? A lot of things could be different, you know, but we all suffered from it, and hopefully we can all move forward. And, you know, I wish the best for everyone. And, of course, especially with the best wishes for everybody's health, too, you know. I'm not trying to get involved with anything that's got the violence or anything. I'm glad that kind of, you know, all started to push over and everything, and, you know.
Okay. Hey, Wayne, what your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I was going to ask. Now, back to the whole. Well, you know what? Let me ask this. You mentioned as far as with Danny and the money and the dealings on the West Coast. So let me ask this, because I don't know that people really understand. Even though it's considered King of the Dot, I mean, it is Battle of the Bay and you know, the LA Battle, or what is it, Ground Zero, and its other events. Are those subsidiaries of King of the Dot? They fall under the King of the Dot umbrella.
Yeah, of course, right? So, but it's different. You know what I mean? Like, taking it like, look at it like a Walmart chain or something like that. You know what I mean? You're gonna have your general managers in certain areas and everything like that to kind of micromanage and everything, and that's kind of how the King of the Dot division works. So, you know, there's a group of us that set up the matches, some primarily for the West Coast because they're more in touch with the West Coast scene, who's local, who's popping, who's got a draw out there. Some of us do that for up here in Toronto. You know what I mean? So it's not like every dealing that happens, all 5 hands are in on it. Sometimes one person's better dealing with this person. They got a good rapport with them. They work with them off the strength and everything, and you know they grow like that, right? So you know we trust each other a lot and we help each other. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things. We're not here to take advantage of rappers. My whole job consisted of doing something to help these rappers. I never started this to do work money. I worked in a steel mill. You know what I mean? I can go back to a steel mill any day and make really good money any day I want to. Hell, I could do it tomorrow in battle rap. If I wake up tomorrow and don't like battle rap, I got a good paying job waiting for me. There ain't nothing keeping me here other than the fact that I want to be here, right? So.
Okay.
Yo, Organik, let me ask you, would you ever be interested in doing a KOTD versus URL call?
I mean, it's just too much, you know, there's too much in between it to make it happen, man. It's, you know, then what? Split profit, split, like, everything, you know what I mean, from revenue streams to, you know, funding and everything to who gets the footage or yada, yada. It's just, you know, and for the last couple of years, I guess you can almost say King of the Dot's almost been facilitating matchups that are so similar that they're not, like, you know, the King of the Dot versus Smack whole thing, it's already happened pretty much, man. It's just without the names on top of it to say that, really, you know. We've seen battles where you have people like Sharon versus Shah or Bender versus Big T or stuff like that, you know what I mean? So it's pretty much been happening. It's just not got the names on it. And, you know, I got love for Smack. Smack is, you know, I feel like they run their business with integrity and everything. And, you know, I got nothing but good things to say about Smack. I always have. I feel like they're one of the people that deserve to be in this culture. I respect their market. I respect their brand, everything they do with it. Like, they're smart things. You know, you got to look at stuff and, you know, appreciate it for what it is. Smack isn't competition for me. I feel like we're in different markets, kind of. You know, I've said it before, kind of like NASCAR, you know, Formula One and you know, NASCAR racing. It's two different things, same thing. You're still racing to the finish line, but not competing.
Okay. Cool. Blackout's going down. Hey, what's going on with Blackout? You said you was going to break the internet. Can you elaborate on that?
Man, everybody take everything too little. That's another thing with battle fans too, man. You can't even hype anything up because if it ain't the biggest thing in the world, these kids are punching their computers and shit, which is cool because I appreciate the general excitement. But, like, you know what I mean? It's like me saying, you know, break the internet's a term for, like, yo, going to get a bunch of people talking. People have been wanting dumbfounded back to battle for 5 years now. It's
definitely.
Last battle. You know, we chose the route of, like, okay, cool, are we going to do what everyone else is trying to do and bring back all these celebrities and see if they make it or break it? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the footage never has any good replay value from these people. So, like, why are we wasting money in doing this and taking money that was made within the scene and pushing it out of the scene to these people that are coming in for one-offs? So our whole concept was, let's bring back battlers that people have been asking for and give the fans something that they really want to see. You know what I mean? So, of course, because the picture was posted with Drake, who I've worked and has been my right-hand man this entire event, you know, everyone took it as, like, oh, he's going to announce Drake battling. Like, Drake ain't going to battle, man. You know? I think it's cool that people think it's a possibility because he's definitely skilled enough to do it and he's considered it, but you guys got to factor in his position and everything. The guy, he don't get days off or he just gets to chill at home by himself and smoke blunts and write music. You know what I mean? He's a very busy person. He's one of the biggest entertainers in the world, right? So.
Okay.
But yeah, to break the internet term, you know, dumbfounded is a really big thing for the battle rap community. If you follow battle rap for more than, you know what I mean, even before the 2011 era, then, you know what I mean, you'd understand and appreciate it. And I see some people being naive, but, you know, that's battle rap for you.
Yeah,
right.
You know, but you know why, though? Because they didn't have some dumbfounded in so long. That's the reason why. But we all know what time it is with dumbfounded. Mm-hmm. Follow it like you know what's going on.
Yo, Bishop's going to be a really dope return, too, man. Bishop's like the old, like, battle
and look at his battles.
Well, you said Bishop is coming back?
Yeah, Bishop already got announced. So he's one of, like, the best natural rappers I know. So I'm actually, like, super excited to see how he does because I think, like, he's gonna shock everybody. You know, definitely. He's someone that's been around for the scene. He's absorbed it all. He's not one of these people that are just going to coming in for a payday or anything. Like, he wants to be the best. And, you know, he's a really good rapper, so I really do feel like he has a really good chance. He's, you know, he hosts all the battles. It's not like he's new to this. You know, he understands the atmosphere and everything like that and what you have to do to be good. So I'm confident with that.
I cannot wait, man. Blackout is going down. I know one thing. The whole concept of having us in anticipation is very smart.
Yeah, I like it, man, because I feel like with battle rap, a lot of the time, you know, topic of conversation of a matchup gets beaten to death before the matchup even happens. You can announce a battle a month and a half ahead of it happening, and then when it happens, people don't even care anymore. They've already spoken about it so much that it's like, whatever. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
So it's cool. Plus, you got to take in the fact that, like, everything from when the matchups get announced live at the event, the viral ability of all, like, the social media handles for all the rappers and all the online presence they'll be getting that day just from battling at the event and just everybody talking, and it makes it exciting. You know, it's a new little element that we just added in for events and, you know, found a way to make it execute, and yeah.
Small move. Well, Organic, man. We appreciate you calling in. We're going to sign off. I'm getting you back up here soon. Don't think you're going to get off this easy. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this past 20 minutes.
We'll call it in one day. You know what I mean? Today was a little last minute, but it's what it is. I'm all hungover and whatnot. But we'll make it happen.
No, man, you're a cool dude, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you calling in. Real shit, for real.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all having us on here and what you guys do for the battle culture.
I appreciate it, man.
Salute.
Hell yeah. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
You too.
You too.
Nigga fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Shot this shit. What up, nigga? Shot this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking heads, man.